Hey guys, welcome back to part 2 of tutorial 3, server-side variables. So last time where we left off, we saw that there's a discrepancy between the value on the server and the value that we are seeing here. But it does work for the most part. Okay? It's just that the numbers seem to be always one off from the current value and what we see in our screen. So what's causing this? Why is this happening like this? Okay, if we explore our code a little bit, we will have a bit of a better understanding why. So just to review, we are getting the value from our server counter variable. We're storing that value into value. Okay, so we get the number 29, and 29 gets stored into value. We then set the server counter to the value plus 1. So it does update it. So from 28, it does store it as 29. Okay. Or as it's from 29 now, it is now 30. Okay. But what we see on our screen, this value variable is actually still referencing the old value of it. Okay. This operation only, it updated the server side portion of value. So updated to 30, it's stored or it's set whatever value it got back here to what it is here. Let's just maybe pull up a little bit of things to help us out here. Let's open up TextEdit. And maybe I need to create a new file. There we go. Okay, so over here, this got the value from the server. Okay, down here, okay, so got the value from the server, which was 30. So the value is 30. Okay. Here we updated the value on the server to, and it will be updating it to, sorry, it will be updating it to 30 plus 1. Okay. Now, the big problem is actually down here, because this value is still what it was up here. It's still 30. It's not 30 plus 1. Okay? But it does store it onto the server. But what we haven't done is we can either pull the value back from our server and then reset the value here, or we can add 1 here. And I'll show you guys that both of these actually does work. Okay, so I'll do both methods with you guys. This is going to be value plus 1. And we're going to make this value plus 1. I'm going to restart this. If I look at my server, this is 30. So if I run this and I click on next, I expect 31. Right? So now this is actually working properly. These two values are now in sync because in my code I've said what I update on the screen is also 1 more than what the value that was pulled before. Okay? So if we watch this, this is 32, right? 33, 33. Okay, and you can actually see that what happens locally here actually updates just a fraction of a second faster than the server variable. So you'll see that this will be 36 immediately over here, and then this updates just about a half a second later to 36. And that's because we're sending our information to another computer over the internet, and it does take some time for even this to pull that information back and update it. Okay. Now, another way that we can do this, rather than referencing this old value, we can perform one more get command. Okay, so we're going to get our server counter. Now, just to clear up the confusion, rather than calling this value, I'm going to call this server var for variable. Okay. Now, rather than setting the value to setting our text box to value plus 1, I'm going to set it to this. Okay. because this get key value happens after we set it. So after we set it and we get it, we should have the right value. Let's see this in action. I hope the server updates fast enough that we are getting the right value. Let's see what happens. So let's see here. This is 36 and hit next. Go back. Actually, so this may be as I expected, actually. Server, did it have a spelling mistake? Server variable. Sorry, this should be in here. That's right, okay. Because outside of this, it doesn't know what server variable is. It has to be within this function. Okay, let's try that again. Let's run that. Okay, let's see this in action, 37, so we expect 38, but this is still 37. So this is actually a bit of a problem because the server has updated the value, but what's actually happened is that we're pulling the value too early before the server has updated. Now, I suppose we could maybe ask the computer to wait a little bit first, but actually it's probably better just for us to do it ourselves. But realistically, this could work if the server updated fast enough. Okay, but because the server is not updating fast enough, this is actually going to have to be what operates. So let's just put this back, and let's set our text back to variable 2, and we'll manually add our value to be value plus 1. Okay, so that hopefully explains what's going on. If you guys have any questions, please send me a message or reply on the video, and I will provide additional explanations. Thank you guys for watching. We will see you guys next time.